Hello, everybody. Hey, Geneva.
Hello.
Hi, everybody in the chat. I know it's been a minute since I've covered anything, but there hasn't been much going on. Let me just say hi to everybody real quick. Barbie, Julie, Ellie, Princess, Linda S, Gypsy, Wicked, Julie C, Sheila, Brooke, Mary B, Cousin Joe, Rabbit, Shelly, Shauna. All right, Kendra, Dawn, I don't know. Sorry, guys. I am like a little sick. That's why my camera's not on. Like, this is our round 4 with Rona. I don't know if it's round 4 or 5.
Oh my gosh.
I think we've had it 3 times, but they were like, "Oh, there's this new strand," and like you hear like
Yeah.
about like new strands, and you're like, "Whatever," It's like, but this one I can tell you is like, it's like I was fine on Sunday. It hit me on Sunday all at once. Didn't feel sick, not one bit. And then all of a sudden, like in 15 minutes, it was like
Yeah.
instant. I called it instant Rona
Yeah.
because I had the aches and head to toe, just feeling like crap all at once.
When I
So,
had Rona, the very first time that I got it, it was like that for me.
okay.
It was like a light
Yeah.
switch.
Yeah.
Like
It really, yeah.
flip, I got sick, and then flip, I was fine. I mean, there was, 9 days in between where I thought I was going to die, but like it just came on and then was gone.
Well, you and Brooke and me all seem to have had the same strand because, like I was like, and usually you feel like getting sick coming on, and it was like hit like
Yeah,
flipping the switch.
nothing.
I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit! So hopefully it's gone, but that's why my camera and this one's aggressive. Like I got snot coming out of places like that snot's never been coming out of before. Like I don't know.
Gross.
I have like this cough, like where like if you just cough the wrong way, it feels like you're getting stabbed a million times in your lungs.
Oh.
But
Hey, Rabbit.
so anywho, enough about me and woe is me. We'll be just fine. So Lita had court today,
Yeah.
and again, really, there wasn't much to discuss. She, why don't you take the lead on this one?
So I court today, from my understanding, was it was a review hearing. So what the court did is they took both of her cases, like the animal abuse, domestic abuse, all of that case, and then the bail jumping that she just got arrested for. And they didn't combine the cases, but they're essentially combining the cases. Like they're tracking them together. So any hearing on one, there's the hearing, it's also on the other. So they're basically combined at this point.
Okay,
And
so, and then what happened today was what? It was like a continuance because of the psych
right,
eval?
right. So it was supposed to be a review hearing, which I'm assuming is they were trying to review the psych evaluation that she had. And I believe she had that evaluation done like the day after the baby died, if I remember correctly, because in the audio, Leda had talked about it. She was like, yeah, I have a psychiatry or an appointment with a psychiatrist tomorrow because of the court. And I think that was like the day the baby had passed away, or maybe the day after. But it was right in there when she had that psych eval. And that was the psych eval was for her insanity plea, basically.
Right,
The
because as
order.
of to the second, like there's been nothing about the baby. Which is it's moving at a glacial pace, but there's
Yeah.
nothing on the
Yeah.
books
It didn't
anywhere.
say if he was there. It didn't say Wicked if he was there or not. She was there. She was present in court. Her, attorney of the year was present in court, and it says that he did give a statement. It acknowledged that a statement was heard from her stellar attorney over there, and that was pretty much it. And then the court, all it had said was that the psych eval had not been received yet. So they're still waiting on that report from her psych eval. And so they continued the hearing basically until October 1st to give more time for the
How
psych.
could they not have that?
I don't know. I mean, it's only been like, well, I guess it's been almost 2 months.
Yeah, and I don't know. This is just making me very nervous about all of it, because here's what I'm going to tell you guys right now that I could tell you is that, and I know haven't been saying much because there hasn't been much going on, but it seems that Eric and Lita are back together, because the last 2 weekends, Lita is still at that apartment building where she shouldn't be staying, because it's for people who can only afford, only in a certain income bracket.
Right.
So A, she shouldn't be there already. And B, for the last 2 weekends, Eric has been picking her up on Friday night, and dressed to the nines, Lita comes out, and they've been going away on weekend trips together.
Interesting. We still don't know, Donna. I mean, we know, but there hasn't been like any official cause of death or autopsy that has come back as far as I know. But I do think that, I think that the law enforcement was probably kind of, like Brooke had said, kind of hinging on this court date today, or at least the psych evaluation, to see if it comes back, what the psychiatrist had to say. Like, yeah, she's off her rocker. No, she's fully aware of what she's doing. And without having that, I think it's just going to stall whatever investigation they're doing.
Well, I can't, I'm only because I've seen pictures now. I'm like, because if I can't, because I've been hedging a lot of my bets on the fact that, Eric maybe was just keeping her along, maybe, and I don't know why I kept giving Eric the benefit of the doubt, but
Yeah.
I just thought, like, there's no way that Eric could ever touch that baby. And I still don't think that. I don't know now. Because
I still don't think he had anything to do
know
with
how
it.
he could want
I think he's just
any
stupid.
part
Yeah.
of her.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, look at what he's put up with already. I mean, I would have thought that this would be, this is
No,
where
the
you.
sun is not there. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Jen.
Oh no, that's okay.
No, the sun's not there, Gypsy. For all the last we heard about the sun, that he was dropped off in Indonesia right after, this happened.
Right. Like within, I think it was 2 days after the baby passed away, she was taking him to Indonesia.
And nobody could believe it. I mean, I didn't even believe it.
Yeah.
Like, how could she fly from Wisconsin to Indonesia and just go in less than a week? But
Yeah.
she did.
Yeah. And what would be interesting to know about these trips that she's taking is, where is she going?
I can give you more insight.
Okay.
I wasn't so Eric shows up in the vet.
Oh, okay.
Eric comes in the vet that they have up for sale. So I don't know if they're having trying to have a good time with it. I don't know anything anymore, because he shows up in the vet the last 2 weekends at the house, because comes to pick her up. She's coming out,
all decked out.
And with luggage, and they leave. They leave Friday, they come back Sunday. Also, Lita's been getting tons of Amazon delivery packages, loads.
Interesting. Wow.
So I can't
how's this all
understand.
happening? She's in a low income apartment, getting all these packages, pulling up in a vet, taking trips somewhere, which, like I said, I would really love to know where because she's not supposed to leave the state. So I don't know where. Are there any swanky vacation spots in Wisconsin? For some reason, I don't see that, but what do I know?
Well, they're doing something. You know, Lita likes a good night out with a fast car.
Yep, yeah, she
Um,
sure does. She sure does, especially if there's a drag race to be
and I
had.
think the Wisconsin Dells isn't that a nice area where people can, isn't that a nice area? Like
I don't know. I
Wisconsin
don't know.
Dells. I know I've heard something about that. And that's a place where they can go.
Yeah. I don't need, I just
So,
can't
and it
fathom that
wouldn't
he
be
would
them
do that.
leaving the state. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
he's taking her out. They're having a good time on weekend trips together. She already dropped the RO on him. That was granted what, on
Mhm.
July 18th? I believe
That was,
she wrote the note. Sorry.
so yeah, she dismissed it on the 18th.
Uh she wrote the note to the judge asking to, and then the judge dismissed it. That was Judge Wood.
Yes. Yeah.
Um so since July 18th,
And
they've
that
been
was both ROs. So she, because they put one automatically when with the DV charge. So automatically there was an RO against Eric, and
right.
then Leda filed for the RO against Eric. And on the 18th, she had the one that she filed dismissed, and then she waived the one that they put on Eric automatically on the 18th. So as of July 18th, both of those ROs were gone. There was no protection order in place.
And after all, I mean, I could show, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. The highlight, we went live with the stuff that Eric was, when Eric was texting all of a sudden information, not knowing who he was talking to, all this horrible stuff. Let me just remind everybody, which I hate to say that I'm going to do. I mean, I can play it real quick. It's just one long screenshot. Let me find. But this sounded like the rage that a man should have
Mm-hmm.
about losing his baby and the person that put him in that spot.
Yep. His reaction at the time was very appropriate. His behavior
Right.
now is completely inappropriate. Like, why would you even want anything to do with this woman, just thinking that she may have harmed your child or she was the last one to see your child? She kept you from seeing your child. She made sure you stayed in jail over a weekend, not able to see your child. Like,
So what's going on? Like all of this is so, it's just none of it's right is what the
no,
problem is. And like,
it's hard to wrap your head around.
and then he is taking her out for nights on the town.
Right?
They both have been on in it. Your mind wanders
Maybe.
because none of this
Maybe.
is normal people.
Yeah.
Normal people reactions. Like I
Yeah.
don't get it.
Yeah. And I could see him. I mean, at this point, I can see him trying to protect her, like keep her from getting in trouble.
And let me just say this: it's it's August 27th.
Mm-hmm.
Your baby just passed away June 9th.
July.
That you're 5 week old.
July.
July 9th. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's
Not
even
even not
worse.
even 2 months ago. Not even 2 months ago.
That makes my point even more valid. July 9th. And the bereft dad is now taking JonBenét Ramsey's mom's out on a, like, huh?
Right.
Like the dad who lost his baby, and I felt tremendous grief for Eric. I did, honest to
Mm-hmm.
God. He wants to
Me
call me a
too.
parasite, whatever. I did feel bad for Eric.
Yeah.
Um,
And
but
the only thing that makes me think he really has no knowledge or involvement in it, and maybe it's a stupid parallel to make, was just how he was with the dog. like how he wanted to, protect the dog from
Yeah.
her, and how he said in those texts that he had to rehome the dog because if he didn't, it was going to be a death sentence for the dog, and he didn't think that was fair. And like that kind of tells me that he does have some sort of.
But then they'd be picking up his
Yeah,
wife
yeah,
out with the vet in
that
the
kind of
summer, and
negates
she's
it.
out in a ball gown. I'm sorry. And like you
Yeah,
guys are obviously having a good time, like living life, putting the top down and with your diamonds and your gowns and like isn't that what the Menendez brothers did
yeah,
after?
pretty much exactly
Isn't
what
that
they
what
did.
the Menendez brothers
Yeah,
did after they
yeah. They went
killed
and
their parents? They
they
went
went and
out and
lived it up in the Beverly Hills Hotel or wherever, and bought cars and watches and God only knows what. Yeah,
and now she's getting packages like crazy.
yeah. With
I mean,
what
but
money?
that's what the Menendez brothers did. I mean, that's
Yeah,
fact.
yeah,
That's one of the reasons why they got caught. First,
yep.
they were selling everything. Let's not forget that caveat that they had everything up their trucks, their vet,
Mhm.
uh, the goddamn rice cooker.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
and, and now they're going out living extravagantly, getting tons of Amazon deliveries delivered to their house, going out for nights on the town.
So
And first,
essentially, they're back
I could
together.
expect it
It
from
sounds like.
Lita.
Yeah.
I could expect it from Lita, but now Eric,
Yeah.
I'm. How could you not think there's like something sinister? I mean, I think we could all agree that something sinister here happened, but I
Yeah.
think there's levels of sinisterness, if
Right.
that's a word.
Right. Like what? Yeah. What does he know? That's what you know. It makes me think he either is completely
I mean,
ignorant.
the Menendez brothers did spend a lot of money on convertibles. Come on, we
Mhm.
all watch Netflix,
Yep.
and I'm just telling you, this is weird. And also the Menendez brothers had a lot of time after the crime happened to when they got caught or to when
With
they got arrested. Another parallel. I don't know.
I
But
just can't
I do
imagine.
have
I mean, it
Rona, so
sounds like
my
that
brain
baby
might be
was,
foggy.
well, it just sounds like that baby was okay when he got arrested, which really leads me to believe that he
Okay, I can
had,
tell you this with full certainty. When the police were there on the floor, they checked the baby. The baby was fine.
right.
The baby was, a baby.
Yeah, a baby. Yeah,
And
a happy,
Lita
healthy baby.
denied EMS treatment for both her and the baby, because she got slapped so hard she has Bell's palsy or something like that
Yeah, she said facial
because
paralysis.
Eric
Yeah.
slapped her so hard or whatever she said.
Yeah.
Um, so, and then we have the story of her saying, "Well, I don't know. I hold baby, and Eric hit me, and they say baby broken back. So you have that, but then now they're putting on diamonds like Pretty Woman. They're going out Pretty Womaning it together. Is that like is he like this with the box of like
Apparently.
ru-
Apparently. She did call the baby it.
I'm sorry, I don't even know if I'm making sense. I haven't
No,
talked this
you
much
are.
in 5 days. So like I know I'm making sense in my head, but I don't know if I'm making sense out loud because I'm just putting words together. I
No,
am
you're
on so
making
much
sense.
medication right now, y'all have no idea. So I'm like ugh. But
No, it's wild
it's
that that's what they're doing, that they're out there. I still couldn't even, like, their baby has not been gone for 2 months and they're out there partying it up like this. It's weird.
taking the vet out. Like, let's take out the car, and let's hope for that son we never had. I mean, they actually wrote that out.
Yep.
Like, didn't Lita say, let's hope, let's get the son that we never got?
Something.
You
It
know,
was then somebody said that. So I don't remember where.
Lita to Eric in a
To
text.
Eric. Okay.
You know, which is, but hey, listen, they're having a great time, guys. Like, how could Eric? How
I
could
don't know
Eric
how he. Yeah,
be
I
this
don't know how.
cavalier? I could see Lita because we all know Lita's a cold-hearted bitch.
Right.
You know, and maybe Eric did really sell his soul to marry her. I don't know.
I think he did.
But
I really think he did. I mean, look, he put her in front of his own daughter. I mean,
you're going to
Tasha.
tell me that Eric protected his own dog more than his own daughter? Is that what we're going to say here? That Eric put more into protecting his own dog that Lita abused than his own child with her? Because that's really what's happening here. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I don't know. It's so wild. Like, I think I don't know, and I don't know why I keep wanting to. It's not that I want to defend him. It's almost like I'm trying to excuse him, and I don't know why. It's like I just feel like he is so delusional and brainwashed when it comes to Leda that I think he honestly believes whatever she tells him, and I think he really believes that.
No,
In no way
you
would ever
know,
hurt
come
that
on,
baby.
Eric. I can't believe that Eric. No, there's something else. I don't know.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't know, Julie, if Tasha ever, I don't think she has. Has Tasha said anything about anything? Anybody seen
No,
Tasha? See, I don't.
no, no.
But let's not forget that Eric also signed off on Lita getting a 4-year-old restraining order against Tasha when,
Right,
you know,
right.
um,
Well,
it's
and that
just,
the thing is the thing with that insanity plea though is she put that. I keep going back to, and maybe it's just a bigger deal in my mind, but I keep going back to the fact that she put that insanity plea in 2 days before that baby was born.
yeah.
And then she goes and puts the insanity plea in. And then that baby is born. And then lo and behold, 5 weeks later, the baby dies. Like, that to me is mind blowing.
But what's mind blowing to me is the hubris that they're having going out, taking fancy weekends, getting
Well, yeah.
dressed up, taking the vet out. Like, a la Menendez, I'm sorry. Like, I know Lita watches Netflix. Maybe she tried to tailor them. I don't know. I don't know. It's just too many similarities. I'm not, and I just thought about that now. And again, this might be my foggy COVID brain, but it just, you know what? I am guilty of watching a lot of Netflix. I watched 4 documentaries.
Me too. I'm really bad.
So far, I watched The Biggest Loser documentary. Which
I want to watch
good.
that one. I haven't watched that one yet.
I'm sorry. Just if you're sick riding the Rona wave like I am and Cody at the moment, you could watch The Biggest Loser documentary. It's only 3 episodes. It was really good. Now we're watching the Dahmer one, which is super morbid.
Yeah.
But then what else did we watch? We haven't watched TV in so long. There was another the Jerry Springer one.
Oh, I haven't watched that one.
Oh, okay, Brooke, that's next on the list because I'm almost done with Jerry Springer. So that's what I've been doing. I've just been watching documentaries on Netflix.
This better be a documentary. When all of this is said and done, it needs to be a documentary.
Anywho, where were we? I'm sorry, after I led us astray.
Just about how they're living it up and taking the bed out and all that.
Yeah. And like literally like tons of packages, like, you know,
yeah.
from like Amazon back boxes like that they bring into the house, and then don't know what they're doing with them.
I don't know.
I
There's
don't.
something shady about
I
that.
don't. Gypsy. I don't even know if I'm awake right now. To be honest with you, this could be a dream. I don't even know if I'm live. I don't. Hey, Patrick. But I really wanted to mention the thing about them going out because, you know, let me see. None of it makes sense.
Eric has a hearing coming up on one of his charges on the 16th.
Like, none of this makes sense. You know, and that's what we read that night. That's when Eric said that he was with the parents in Indonesia, when we got all those tidbits out about Lita left the country, left up her son. Eric had got rid of the puppy because there was another problem with Lita. Eric couldn't bear a death sentence. Lita was going. Oh, yeah, because Eric said, he intimated, well, if I didn't get rid of the puppy, Lita was going to get rid of the puppy. You know what that means.
Right.
Lita's special. That
Right.
the baby was born healthy, that he found out about the baby while in jail, that Lita is the key suspect in this investigation. Even the medical examiner believes she did it. All questioned by cops to Eric about Lita and her son, and that she declined medical treatment. Wait, I might have to go to IG for that. Oh, yeah. That she declined medical treatment. Lita's trying to pin everything on him, and now all of a sudden wants him back. So I guess Lita's wiles proved to be too much for Eric to take, because here, that's interesting. Here, Eric is saying that Lita wants him back, and that was on July 23rd. And here we are on 8/27, and at least the last 2 weeks alone, so that puts us 14 days out, 8/13.
So they've been doing this for at least a couple of weeks.
So Eric didn't even have the balls, the manpower, the willpower to like not fold before what, 10 days?
Yeah.
You can ask a question. If I see it, I'll answer.
So how long have they been doing this? So how long have they been going out with the vet and all that stuff? Because it's been on the weekends.
At least the last 2 weekends.
Okay.
And then they were together. He was at the apartment maybe a couple weekends before that. So pretty much, I guess that's why Lita had to drop the RO on him. But then when she wrote the RO, didn't she say she wanted to protect her and her son's life? Like, there's so many inconsistencies with like what they said so far. Like, I don't understand. Like if we started watching these lives that I've done on Lita from the beginning, we can point out how many different times Lita's stories changed, because we were doing this in real time, as it was happening. And now that it's been kind of quiet for like the last couple of weeks, we really haven't spoke much on this, but it is really interesting to note that her story has changed so many times. And now Eric's story seems to be changing. And now that him and her are going out with like, wearing like mink stoles. I bet you Lita wears like a mink stole. She does. Purple. You know that Lita has like a purple mink stole somewhere.
Purple.
I'm sorry. No, it's probably made out of Dalmatians.
That's wild. Yeah, I mean, and she even said in that audio about how her father was like, Lita, you need to get out of there. I don't want you to get killed.
I'm sorry, squirrel. No, but listen, she's got the Corvette. She's got all these nice things now. Lita's moved on, man. She's living the high life.
Well, she'd already moved on.
He might actually have a mink stole.
Yeah, she might.
It was probably like her great grandmother that was like in storage for like 40 years, but like the Corvette, so I want to know how much was actually of the stuff that was for sale that was sold now. Is the vet still up?
No, Eric said he made her take it down.
But okay, I could appreciate like this and like if Eric's wearing a wire, maybe. But do you think like if the police would be doing that, wouldn't they
I
know that
don't
we'd
think
be
it's,
talking about it too? You know what I mean? Like I
yeah,
don't think. I
no.
think
I think
I
he
don't think
really believes her. I think he
I
really believes
yeah.
her.
I think just like Eric took her back after the dog and everything
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
I mean maybe
Like she put him in jail and wouldn't let him out when the
I
baby
mean
was in
look
the
what Eric is
hospital.
saying about her right here.
Yeah. What do you mean by professionals? Has anybody heard from the professionals? I don't know what anything straight from the professionals. I don't know what that means. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go.
Like police professionals? Oh no, I don't know
I
what's
don't
going
know.
on here.
That's what Gross Pig was asking. If anybody's heard anything directly from the professionals. There was some
Well,
stuff that came from them early on, but most of it has come either from Eric or Leda themselves. If that answers your
are they?
question.
I can't see that moving forward.
There was a hearing on like a review or a status hearing or something. Oh no, it was a scheduling conference on last week. I think it was on the 13th, but that was the last.
And isn't
No,
this the second or third time that like they've gone for divorce?
second. Yeah, at least the second. It's not coming just from Eric. It's also coming from Leda herself.
Because
It's
didn't
coming
Lita
from
file first?
yes, both times. Both times. She
So
did last time and this time.
and now they're going out and having weekend trips together. And
Yep.
he picks her up Friday night and he drops her off Sunday. And there's no kids in sight. Boy, I'm just so happy that they were both be able to polish them off so fast and be able to enjoy the finer things in life so
Mm-hmm.
quickly. Like,
Mm-hmm.
God, aren't you so happy you prayed for them?
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine? And then you get that lawyer to defend you who's gotten other parents off
Yep.
unaliving their babies in the
Yep.
past.
Yep.
Boy, what a system they got this worked out. They just got off 7 felonies.
Yeah.
I mean, Lita is really the epitome of the American dream. Like, look at the lives they are living. That's why Eric probably keeps her around. I mean, this man, Lita and Eric were so poor and broke. They were asking me and Julie money for $10 for money. Like Eric was giving cutting up $5 foot long sub, and like not even like the meatball ones, like the boring turkey ones, like the Jared
Yeah.
ones, like not even like the good
Jared one.
$5, like just like the
Right.
boring like
Not
plain
this.
ones.
Yeah, not the specialty.
And not getting any like banana peppers or onions or tomatoes, nothing fun, probably bare bones, $5 foot longs to chop up 15 ways.
Jeez.
And now they're living like kings. It just something's really off here.
Yeah. They did take I don't know if it's been brought up. I don't think you've been live since they did take all of her devices at one point.
Yeah, her
So she
iPad
was
was
she was being investigated because they took her phone, her iPad, her computer. The law enforcement did. They did take all of those things at one point and then gave them back. So she was being investigated. I don't know if she still is. I don't know.
well, I mean, there has to be some type of formal
Yeah, I'm
cause
sure.
of death for
You
you
would
know.
think. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's got to be some. Oh, something is off, definitely, for
I don't know.
sure.
I would love to hear it. I would love to I mean, how could Tasha defend even her father?
Yeah.
Like
At this
it's
point.
not normal to be
No.
like, and maybe it would be normal for Eric to be over it already because yeah, everyone grieves differently. I get it. But like, I get that everyone grieves differently, but there's grieving and then there's just flat out like flaunting like that you just like, unalived your
Right.
kid and flaunting it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
That's what
Um,
Lada's doing. That's a
yeah,
Lada thing to do. I mean, she was already
lining up
over it
different
before the baby passed away.
defenses, saying that she's going to, she's already postpartum, and then, claiming insanity for the dog. So, I mean, she's casting a really wide net, and I guess that's worked for her because clearly Lita's dodged every legal bullet that's ever come her way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe Eric, maybe him
It
and
really
Eric,
has.
maybe the real life Bonnie and Clyde, right there, Lita and Eric. Someone
Yeah.
make a meme for that.
I mean, they've both
But Lita and
done,
Eric are
or they've
Bonnie.
both been in jail for DV. Somehow
Eric and
Eric
Lita
got
are
off with
Bonnie
all
and
of
Clyde
the.
by way of like the Menendez brothers with like a touch of
Well, like I think he was complicit in all of that.
the Red Shoe Diaries. What?
I think he
What?
was complicit in all of that money laundering stuff that she got the felonies for. And maybe that's it. Maybe that's why he's back to supporting her, because he knows that maybe she knows something. Maybe she has something on him for all that money laundering, all those felonies she got away with.
She got away with everything. I mean,
Yeah.
the restraining orders, the only thing she didn't get away with yet is, again, I don't know if Chevelle and Perry ever, I don't think they have collected against Lita for that lawsuit.
Oh yeah, I don't think so either.
I was on that lawsuit with Chevelle and Perry.
Right.
We were on two different lawsuits together. I mean,
Right.
and we won both. Hey, but
Yeah.
but Lita's really dodged every bullet. I mean, she spent so much money on attorneys. I would love to see how much money she spent on attorneys the last 10 years. And for what? For one season? Think about it for like a second. Lita was on one season of 90 Day Fiance. Okay.
Yep.
But she only got paid probably like $6,000 for her season.
Yeah. Not much.
She got paid bare minimum.
Yeah.
And she was hated.
Yep. She really was.
And here we still are. And she's found a way to capitalize on that skosh of fame and work it to her advantage.
Right.
All these years later.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can't imagine that attorney is cheap.
Oh no, not with those types of crimes he's getting people off the hook. So with no.
Yeah.
Like you.
I'm sure Daddy's paying for it. I'm sure. I mean, we know Daddy's paying for it.
I think Brooke's son, with an attorney like that, like I don't know how you sleep at night. Like I couldn't,
Yeah.
Ugh. But good for him, I guess.
He's a really
right up Lita's alley.
Just really sweet human being. He is. I don't know how he can sleep at night.
There's also Lita.
Actually, we know how he sleeps at night. He sleeps at night going on Twitter saying hi. That's how he sleeps at night.
And there's Lita changing her Facebook, that weird, there's so much ickiness.
Mm-hmm.
It's my first time trying to find. Oh, yeah, here we are. Oh, wait, I didn't do it.
I mean, I accepted, completely accepted, because I knew that I lost her. But as soon as the doctor says there were a fracture on her back, and that's why I suspect, all of us suspect, that that's kind of related to what Eric did to me. Because when he hits me, even right now, like I still unable to feel my left face. And then, exactly like there's a nerve damage that the doctor said to me when I got myself checked, and that's that. So imagine if it's because okay, I didn't see if he hit Alyssa or not, but imagine if he did. It's really
Imagine
like it's
if
kind
he
of like related, but I'm not accusing. I'm just saying what happened, and that's that.
sounds
That's
like
sad.
choreographed.
I
I
know,
don't know.
but
That's
before
sad.
we find out if he is the cause, I will file restraining order against him because guess what? I want to get myself protected. I want to get my son and I protected. This is a contingency. This is serious. This is, even my dad says, like, I don't want you to get killed, Leda. Go fucking home now. And I was like, I can't, Dad. I still have court to do. I still have a lot of things to do. So that's that. That's where we are right now, Maria. I mean, I know that I know that she's also 5. But at that time, before I spoke to my dad, I still not accepting it. But after I talked to my dad and you know, I no longer resent my dad and we basically reconcile, I feel good. And then I accept it. But now my grief, I'm done grieving. My focus is like justice. That's it. Because I want to know. I never dropped the baby. And the baby was so fine. Could see her still moving legs before I found her like, unresponsive. And I had to call 911 and everything like that. They
But now they're
when
going out
once
for
they
nights on
mentioned
the
about the
town because
fractures on the
according to how
back,
Eric did it, right?
that's why we suspect something happened when Eric hit me on the face. Because if it make my left face numb and then like damage my facial nerve, what do you think is gonna happen to damage my baby? Of course, something's gonna happen too. If it's happened, if he did hit that accidentally or something like that. I didn't know. I didn't see because my eyes was closed. So this is why
Because
I
your eyes were
request
closed.
immediate autopsy. Immediate, because it will help the police anyway. I want to
Well,
know
the
because
baby's
I don't
still
want to live,
alive at this point.
blaming myself forever. No, this is not my fault. Never be my fault. So
And you know what
Never
every
be
mother
my
wants to
fault.
hear? Like,
yeah,
this is not
Maria.
my
I mean,
fault
we
and will
can go.
never be my fault. Okay.
It will never be my fault. Sorry, the baby was 5 weeks old. That's a little baby that you were holding. If he hit the baby, you're going to feel it. Even if your eyes were closed, you're going to feel it because he's going to hit you hitting the baby. It's a little itty bitty baby.
And just so you guys can see, I'm going to show you a picture of
That's
Eric
sad
and
that the
Lita
local news is quiet about it. The local news needs to be making a stink about it.
of the pickup, so you guys can see that yes, they're actually meeting. Mm-mm-mm. And then Eric wants to call me a parasite. Okay.
Right?
Damn it. Damn it. uh, um, I'm sorry. Like Geneva or Brooke, did you have were you like freezing and extremely hot
Oh,
at the
yeah.
same time?
Yeah.
And also, like, who gets sick in summer? I like, you don't get sick in summertime. You get sick in the winter. So I'm just all sorts of like loopy.
Yeah. No, I was like so cold at some points, like literally my bones hurt. It was
But
so
then like I'm
bad.
sweating and cold like at
Right.
the same time.
Right. No, it was wild when I mean, had it twice. The second time wasn't nearly as bad as the first time was really bad. No, hitting a baby and he didn't hit the baby. He hit her. She's implying that when
No,
he
he never
hit
hit the
her,
baby.
yeah, he's implying that when he hit her, or she is implying that when he hit her, maybe he accidentally like jostled the baby, is I think what she's implying.
Okay, hold on. I'm just getting the picture ready so you can see what I'm talking. Well, it's not gonna. You're not gonna see Lita dressed up. You're gonna see. Well, you'll just see it. I'm sorry. Hold on. I can see the future. This might be my last
Oh, it
hurrah.
doesn't make any sense. Her story doesn't make sense at all. None of it makes sense.
No, now Eric's starting to not make sense, which I don't
Right.
like.
Right.
I'll post this on Instagram too. And again, I'm sorry if I'm not making sense. I'm doing. Okay, right. The studio. Lord, no. Face on camera.
Well, and the fact too, Rita, that the fact that she declined when the neighbor called the police and they initially showed up, she declined EMS for the like she didn't want the baby looked at, which tells me obviously the baby was either okay then or she knew the baby wasn't okay and didn't care to get it any help.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I just kick my other self out? There we go. Okay. So there you go.
Oh, that's in the Audi. Okay.
So that's Eric just say recently. Talking to her. This isn't her dress up. That's why I was like, don't think she's like, oh, like in a prom dress here, because she's not. But that's to show that he's been there at the apartment since. And that's her little outing right there.
Yeah.
And then he's been picking her up in the vet and taking her out for weekend trips.
Yeah. Crazy. What the hell?
So I don't know what they're planning.
Yeah, Rita, she would have had to have. It was from the time that Eric was arrested to the time that she called 911 for that baby was like 13 hours, I think. Just from the time he was arrested. That's not even from what time the baby was, she was hit, from when the police were first called. That was even almost a day later before she called 911. Oh, she didn't go to the hospital. She declined EMS for her and the baby. So she never went to the hospital. And then, so Eric was arrested at like almost 3 a.m. and it was a little after 3 p.m. the next day when she called 911 for the baby, saying the baby was unresponsive.
So, Geneva.
Yeah.
Moving forward, what's Eric's next court date?
So
we know that. So Lita's next court date's on October 1st, and that's for the puppy thing where they're going to see the psych
it's
eval.
for all of it. It's for all of it. Not the divorce. I mean, not the annulment divorce thing, but for the bail jumping and for the puppy abuse, the domestic abuse, like her felony.
Okay, so that's going to be a big one.
Yeah.
On the 1st for Lita, and then for Eric.
So he has a hearing on the DUI and open container and that stuff on the 16th. And then I want to say on the domestic violence charges, there's a pre-trial conference. I think it was in October.
This just dawned on me. So Eric is out on bail for drinking for a DUI. Meanwhile, he's taking the vet out, which we know that Lita likes fast
He's on bail. He's out on bail for abusing her.
Also, Like what?
Like, not even just the DUI, but he's also on bail for abusing her.
Like, how do you make sense of this? Like, and how could anybody think that they aren't evil, sinister people? Like, these are not. These aren't. Maybe if like Lita and Eric were like, I don't know, 17 and 14, and they were like, maybe this would make sense. Their behavior, right? Like, oh no, like you're a junior and I'm in 8th grade, or like whatever, and like we got ourselves in this bind and we don't know what to do. So all these, but like unless you're screwed teenagers, like I don't understand their rationale.
Yeah.
Like, and here we
So
are
on
talking
the
about
DV
it.
charges, on those DV charges, his next hearing is on October 6th on his DV charges. Hers is October 1st. His is October 6th. His and hers.
How can they explain this behavior to anybody? Or am I just too coroned out? How could you imagine, not even to people online, like all of us who are sitting there judging, right? But like, could you imagine like being at home with like a coworker or like your cousin, your fucking mailman, your florist, I don't know, and like trying to explain this behavior to your florist?
Yeah.
Like,
My baby died, but we're going out on the town in a Corvette.
local florist guy, I need you to I need a dozen roses for my beautiful wife. And then the florist is like, huh? The wife that said that you took her baby, and the one that you said, huh? Like, poor florist.
Right.
Like the Rent-A-Center. Never
Probably
mind.
the same florist who did funeral flowers for the baby, except there was no funeral.
But could you imagine trying to like, you're adults. Like,
Yeah.
how do you explain that behavior?
Right.
Unless you fragrantly had something to do with it. Like, no one celebrates the death of a 5-week-old baby this way.
Nope. Not even 2 months later, and this is how they're.
And like after the horrible things, you know how it goes, Paige. But after the horrible things they said about each other, and they both implicated each other in the death of their infant. That's the best part. Both Eric and Lita said they did it to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're going out painting the town red.
Yep.
In cars they have for sale, but yet they're getting insane amount of packages sent to their house.
Right. They had to rent their house out because they couldn't afford to keep it.
That too. I'm thinking, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, that just hurt my eardrums a whole lot. Yes. You got me animated. And I forgot about that. But they had to rent their house out to make some money. And then Lita had to move into a apartment complex that caters to people who would like to live well but don't make the income to do so. And Lita takes advantage of that, moves in there while she's renting her house out to make an income. And just the house rental, the income from the house that they're making alone would prohibit them from living,
right,
from Lita living in the place that she's living in. And Eric isn't on the lease to Lita's apartment. So that's why Eric hasn't moved in there yet, and that's why he has to take her
out on the town
on weekend trips.
Right. No, I can't. Well, he made some comment in those text messages about having to be on the lease so that he can have visitation with his daughter.
Well, you don't have to worry about that no more now, does he?
No. So it sounds like he might have been on that lease, which I don't understand how, if it was supposed to be like not a safe house, but like a protected property or whatever.
And she's still trying to go on YouTube channels, and I'm not haven't been posting about it because it's just the same shit. So that's why I'm like, when I have something really concrete to give you, I'll give it to you. Like this was, I knew there was nothing much of a report on the case. It's it got adjudicated to another day. I've been there, know what that's like. But the fact that she and Eric have been going out, and having a good time with each other, and it's just another level of ickiness.
What's the deal with
And,
the Amazon packages? That's so weird.
Yeah, who
Like, I'm
knows?
just gonna get tons and tons of Amazon packages.
Did they file bankruptcy? No.
No,
Did they?
no,
No.
no. Mm-mm. Nope.
But the business they said was like going like south, right?
He said that they lost the business, and this is something I do find suspicious. Is he had said in those messages that they lost the business in June because the truck kept breaking down and they couldn't afford to fix it. So the two things with that: one, they didn't lose the business. Leda transferred the business into her name only.
Right.
But
And this was like what, like a day after or a day before the baby died?
No, she did that on, I think it was a month before. I think. No, let me look. Hang on. Let me find my little timeline here.
Sorry, Cody's been left. Cody's been sleeping. He's sick too. If you just hear him, if you just heard him say, it's got nothing to do with what I was saying. I think he just woke up for a second. We're writing this together.
Okay, so let's
He had no idea what he was homing to.
He was just humming. So she transferred it on June 10th. So like a month before the baby passed away. And then she transferred the name of the house into the name of the business. So at this point, Eric has none of these assets are his anymore.
Yeah, and like, what about all these, like, I guess she's not going to want $7,000 a month in alimony anymore.
Yeah, where are they?
Let's just circle back to that because I'm going to end this live. I can't believe this is an hour long already. I thought I would have like 10 minutes worth of live to tell you, but wait, hold on. Let me find her demands. Where are her? Something went wrong. I don't like when that says that. Reload. Okay, Instagram.
Oh, thank you, Becky. That was nice.
Where were her stupid demands? The stupid divorce.
Her divorce demands.
Oh, there it is. Okay, hold on. Let me pull this one last thing up, and then we're gonna end it. Hold on. Okay. $7,000 a month for spousal support to begin in September of 2025. I guess Eric got the jump on that. Eric permanently gives up the right to receive maintenance and understands that giving up maintenance at this time. What was maintenance again?
Spousal support, basically.
Okay. Leda will receive all household items, including the rice cooker. No, I'm sorry.
The rice cooker. No, there is no rice cooker to be had anymore.
No, it was sold. Leda keeps the Audi, keeps the vet. So yeah, that's the vet that Eric's been picking her up. That you saw her. You saw him standing by the Audi. Leda will receive the. So I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Leda will receive the couple's house in Arkdale.
Which is interesting because it's already in her name, essentially. I mean, it's in the name of the company, but the company is in her name. Like, he doesn't have any claims to that house.
And now they're like, back together. So, or at least spending weekend trips together.
Oh, they're obviously back together. Yeah.
But I think that I'm going to end this live because that's about as much as I could handle. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. Let me stop sharing that. Lord, no. I want that. So again, I didn't want to oversaturate it with stuff that we were gone over because I know how people like to oversaturate things. So if you want to, there's something fresh, I'll give it to you. So I guess we'll have to wait until October
October.
1st,
Unless something goes down before then.
which, you know, might happen.
Could. The rate
Hope,
the rate Lita's going, it could. I mean, she doesn't necessarily make the smartest decisions.
and the only thing I can think of is that I know that the police are looking at everything. So hopefully the police are looking at me, looking at this and saying like that's not making up sense. But hopefully the
Right.
police already know that. They don't need to look at me to look at that, to look at that.
Right.
So I don't know. And again, sorry if I made 0.00 cents tonight. Like I'm on like good. But it was nice
You'll
to
have to
see
learn
everybody. And hopefully I don't know what I'm saying. Hopefully I'll be live soon and then we can have a good time. Until then, thank you guys for being here. Geneva, thank you for being for being up here with me and helping me make sense.
No
And
problem.
it is, Steven. It's truly tragic. And but we're gonna get to it. We're you know,
I worry about that too, Steven. I really do.
we all do.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it's hard not to think about it when she's still roaming the streets,
Yeah.
terrorizing people.
Right. When she's living there.
Um,
Yeah.
you know, buying stuff, taking trips, just not being at all grief stricken and
Humble.
not humble. I don't know. Humble is something that Lita can't even
No.
spell.
No, she can't.
It just is. This is not how. And like, you know, I could see with Lita, but with Eric, you know, I thought, but now Eric's being just as flaunty, and I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
All
It's not a good look.
of this
Not a good
stinks. All of it.
Yeah.
You can't be that mad at your wife for, you know, unaliving your baby and then being like, oh, let's take it.
And blaming you.
Let me take you out to Wisconsin Dells for the weekend and show you a good time, baby. Like
Right.
that's not how things work.
Right.
It's just not. You
Right.
like, you know, and let me look up Wisconsin Dells real quick.
No, it's
'Cause I know I'm
it's
gonna
not a
forget
good
to
look,
say
and the whole
something.
thing just reeks. The whole thing.
Oh yeah. That's where they're going. That's where they're having a good time. And that way so that they cross state lines. Yep. But you know what? I guess good for them. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to
No,
close
not
it.
good for them. They just lost their
No,
baby.
I don't. That was dripping in disdain.
Yes, I know.
But let's just hope that she that poor baby gets the justice that it deserves.
Yeah.
Let's just hope for that. And then I will be live again when I'm feeling better and when I have something good to tell you.
Yeah.
Because I really do have to, like I need to lay down.
Okay.
So with that being said, you guys have a great night. Thank you for being here. I'll
Sure.
talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.